Don't do the crime, you can't do the time.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Robert Blake, not guilty of...
In this world, unfortunate things occur against our will. Stars rise and fall, and just as we recover from the previous luminary's brilliance, a new compelling presence appears. However, when certain symbols pass away, their memory starts to fade. Let us remember these deceased superstars and celebrate their lasting effect on us. Here are 20 celebrities you didn't know died in 2023. Number 20. Tatiana Petits. Tatiana Petits is regarded as one of the most prominent supermodels in history, having made her mark in the fashion world before her death. Her career began with a significant trajectory since she was born in Hamburg, Germany in 1966. She was a finalist in the prestigious Elite Model Look competition at the age of 17. Her potential was instantly obvious, prompting businesses to compete for her autograph. She graced the cover of British Vogue 2 years into her career, marking her stratospheric rise. Tatiana's impact extended beyond Europe, driving her to go to New York, where she worked with prominent publications such as American Vogue and Cosmopolitan. Her presence and allure shaped the fashion scene. She established herself as a major influence in the modeling profession over the course of several decades. Tatiana Petits' participation in George Michael's legendary music video for Freedom 90 is one of her most unforgettable moments. This creative partnership emphasized her power beyond the runway, establishing her as an icon of her period. Tatiana Petits' incredible journey was, however, marred by adversity. Her fight with metastatic breast cancer lasted a long time, finally culminating in her demise on January 2023. She passed away at the age of 56, leaving behind a career marked by her indomitable energy, transformational influence in fashion, and enduring impact on popular culture. Number 19. Annie Wershing. Annie Wershing, a well-known character in fantasy and sci-fi entertainment, left an unforgettable imprint on fans. She was born in St. Louis, Missouri on March 1977 and rose to fame as an actress with memorable performances such as Renee Walker in 24, Emma Whitmore in Timeless, and Lily Salvatore in The Vampire Diaries. Her role as Renee Walker in 24 brought her into the spotlight when she began her acting career in 2002. Her recurrent appearance in the show's 7th and 8th seasons demonstrated her skill in bringing to life a no-nonsense character that perfectly complemented the renowned Jack Bauer. Annie has dabbled with video games in addition to acting. In December 2012, she voiced and appeared as Tess in the PlayStation 3 version of The Last of Us. Tragically, she passed away as a result of complications from a cancer diagnosis she had discreetly battled. This persistent warrior, who was diagnosed with the terrifying illness in the mid-2020s, opted to conceal her hardships as she immersed herself in her profession. The persistent sickness, however, finally took its toll, and she passed away on January 2023 at the age of 45. Annie's personal life includes her husband, Steven, and their 3 children, who are now carrying on her legacy. Annie Wershing is an inspiration to many people because of her contributions to the entertainment industry and her unwavering spirit in the face of hardship. Number 18. Lance Reddick. Lance Reddick, a dynamic actor recognized for his imposing presence and unique voice, launched a tremendous career in both television and movies. His path began with a childhood interest in the arts, which led him to pursue music composition and piano at the famed Eastman School of Music. However, fate intervened, and he became an actor. Reddick's breakthrough role was as Cedric Daniels in the critically acclaimed TV series The Wire, where he received praise for his nuanced portrayal of a conscientious police officer. His performance as Special Agent Philip Broyles in the science fiction series Fringe demonstrated his versatility, proving his ability to play complicated characters with depth. In the John Wick film series, one of his most notable roles was Karen, the concierge of the Continental Hotel. His stately performance brought gravitas to the high-octane action series. In addition, his performance as Chief Irvin Irving in the Amazon Prime series Bosch showcased his versatility across genres. Reddick passed away on March 17, 2023 at the age of 60 from heart disease at his home in Los Angeles. Number 17. Tom Sizemore. Tom Sizemore, a well-known actor, died unexpectedly, leaving a vacuum in the entertainment industry. Born in November 1961 in Detroit, Michigan, his acting career has included over 200 films and projects. His breakthrough came in 1989 with a prominent role in Oliver Stone's Born on the 4th of July. He also appeared in the action picture Lock Up, directed by John Flynn and starring Sylvester Stallone the same year. Nonetheless, his most significant accomplishment was his portrayal in the legendary film Saving Private Ryan, which received critical praise, grossed $217 million worldwide, and earned him an Academy Award nomination. Sizemore's brilliance radiated through his characters. With the success of Saving Private Ryan, his career took off and continued to rise. In February 2023, Tom Sizemore had a brain aneurysm at his home in Los Angeles. Following this medical emergency, he was admitted to a neighboring hospital. Unfortunately, he died in March of this year at the age of 61. His demise leaves a vacuum in the world of entertainment since he was a seasoned performer with a magnificent body of work and a legacy that future generations will remember. Number 16. Sir Michael Parkinson. Sir Michael Parkinson, a legendary television personality, left an indelible mark with his excellent interviewing abilities and amiable nature. His adventure began in Yorkshire, where he started his broadcasting career on regional radio before moving on to television. However, it was his work as a talk show host that would cement his place in entertainment history. Parkinson's most well-known and popular show, Parkinson, broadcast for more than 3 decades, making him a household figure in the United Kingdom. The nature of the show, which featured in-depth interviews with celebrities and public leaders, allowed him to demonstrate his remarkable interviewing skills. His endearing personality and ability to extract genuine confessions from his guests made the show must-see. His interviews became legendary, with celebrities from the fields of entertainment, politics, and sports sitting on his famous red sofa. His range was as wide as his guests, ranging from insightful chats with legendary people like Muhammad Ali to emotional exchanges with fellow Yorkshireman Sir David Attenborough. Parkinson stated at 2013 that he had prostate cancer. He received the all-clear for the illness in 2015. However, after a brief illness, Parkinson passed away at his home on August 16, 2023 at the age of 88. Number 15. Adam Rich. Young performers who capture audiences with their performing abilities typically evolve into household names when they attain maturity in the entertainment business. Adam Rich, born on October 1968, was a child actor who exemplified this tendency. He rose to prominence as Nicholas Bradford on the popular ABC comedic drama series 8 is Enough. With his famous page boy hairstyle, Adam's sincere approach and sympathetic nature earned him the affectionate moniker America's Little Brother. Despite his early success on the show, Adam Rich's career did not follow suit in later ventures. Although he appeared in minor roles in films such as Dungeons & Dragons, Baywatch, and Silver Spoons, his acting career ended in 2003. As he faded from the spotlight, he suffered obstacles characteristic of many former child performers, including mental health issues and legal entanglements in the early thousands. Adam Rich's life ended tragically on January 2023, and his path took a dramatic turn. He was found deceased at his Los Angeles home. The coroner's report emphasized the harsh truth of his problems, emphasizing that he had battled his demons for a long time. Number 14. Chris Peluso. Chris Peluso, a gifted actor and singer, made an everlasting impression on the world of musical theater with his outstanding performances and magnetic stage presence. His path into the world of entertainment began in Kansas City, Missouri, where he developed an early interest in the arts. He refined his abilities and went on a career that would see him excel on both stage and screen, having a passion for singing and acting. Peluso's breakthrough came when he landed the part of Chris in the acclaimed musical Miss Saigon. His enthralling performance and commanding voice enthralled listeners, gaining him accolades and respect. This was the start of a string of notable roles that would display his flexibility and talent. Also, On Broadway, he is most known for his roles in Mamma Mia and Wicked. One of his most memorable roles was Raoul in Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera, which allowed him to demonstrate his vocal power and emotional depth. His dynamic theatrical presence gave the famous role depth and passion. Tragically, news emerged that he passed away in August 15, 2023. The exact cause of his demise remains shrouded in mystery. According to various media channels, his unexpected demise occurred 1 year after he took a break from his theater commitments to undergo treatment for a schizoaffective disorder. Number 13, Robert Blake. Robert Blake, born Michael James Gubatosi on September 1933, had a rough existence, much like those of other child performers. His career in show business began in the 1930s when he took part in family-oriented song and dance ventures. His career began with his appearance in the MGM television series Our Gang. Unlike many of his younger co-stars, Robert Blake's acting career lasted with over 150 film credits by the time he retired in 1997. However, things changed for him in the early 2000s. He found himself embroiled in a court battle over the strange demise of his second wife, Bonnie Lee Backley. The trial, as well as the subsequent decision, drew widespread attention. The verdict of not guilty for Robert Blake elicited an obviously relieved emotional response from him. While he was not convicted of the crime, a court found him partially liable for her demise and ordered him to pay $30 million in reparations to her children. Following this judicial battle, Robert declared bankruptcy. As the years passed, it became clear that Robert's life was out of control. His connection with his family was estranged, and his financial circumstances remained terrible. This downhill spiral eventually led to his demise on March 2023 from heart illness. At 89 years old. Number 12, Sinead OConnor. Sinead OConnor, a pioneering Irish singer-songwriter, began on a musical journey that crossed genres and grabbed hearts all over the world. Her career began in the bustling streets of Dublin, where her unusual voice and natural skill drew notice rapidly. She secured her first record deal and released her debut album, The Lion and the Cobra, in 1987, introducing fans to her distinctive combination of folk, rock, and soul. In 1990, her classic performance of Prince's Nothing Compares to You was O'Connor's breakout moment. The dramatic music video, which featured her hauntingly beautiful face against a bleak backdrop, became a symbol of deep vulnerability and launched her to global celebrity. Her ability to portray emotional emotions via song struck a deep chord, solidifying her place as an iconic musician of her generation. Sinead OConnor's performances have demonstrated her dynamic range and uncompromising sincerity throughout her career. Her album, I Do Not Want What I Don't Have, cemented her stardom with singles like Emperor's New Clothes. Her outspokenness on social and political matters, from her forthright views on religion to her fight for human rights, made her a controversial figure. O'Connor was discovered unconscious at her home in Herne Hill, South London, on July 26, 2023. Unfortunately, she passed away at the age of 56. However, her cause of demise is still unknown. Number 11. Gangsta Boo. Gangsta Boo, a famous personality in the world of rap music, lives on in the minds of true rap fans. She became a driving force for Memphis, Tennessee, with her compelling lyrical style and steadfast presence. Born Lola Chantrell Mitchell in August 1979, she quickly established herself in the rap industry, notably with the influential group 3-6 Mafia, which she joined at the age of 14. Her involvement in this collective gained her a reputation as one of its most lively and influential rappers, and she was instrumental in the publication of 6 albums. Notably, Gangsta Boo's abilities stretched beyond the confines of the organization. Her solo career took off with her debut solo album Inquiring Minds debuting at number 15 on the Billboard Top Hip-Hop Albums list. Her second album, Both Worlds 69, was even more successful, ranking at number 8 on the same list. This ascension continued as she remained a major influence, spawning a new generation of female rappers who have carved out a place in today's rap culture. Gangsta Boo's impact grew as a result of collaborations with musicians as different as Yellow Wolf, Eminem, Gorilla Zoe, Louisiana Chat, and others. These collaborations cemented her place in the pantheon of hip-hop's legendary characters. However, her demise on January 1st, 2023, put a shadow on her legacy. Her life was cut short when she was discovered lifeless on her mother's front porch. Number 10. Jane Birkin. Jane Birkin, a British-French actress, singer, and fashion icon, blazed a trail through the entertainment industry. Her adventure began in London, where she developed her natural artistic talent. Birkin's meteoric rise began with her debut in the film Blow Up in 1966. Her work with French filmmaker Serge Gainsbourg, however, would become a defining phase in her career. Birkin's beautiful performance in Slogan signaled the start of her fruitful collaboration with Gainsbourg. The duo's artistic chemistry stretched beyond the screen and into the recording studio. The sensual lyrics of the haunting duet, Je t'aime, moi non plus, garnered notice and popularity. Birkin's unusual voice and emotive delivery catapulted her to international stardom. Birkin's contributions to the fashion industry are renowned, in addition to her film and music endeavors. Hermes Birkin, named after her, became a symbol of flair and sophistication. Her influence on fashion went beyond trends, owing to her easy elegance and particular taste. Birkin passed away peacefully on July 16, 2023, in the comfort of her Paris home. She was 76 years old at the time of her demise. Her last public appearance will be during the screening of the documentary Jane by Charlotte in 2021. Number 9. Jensen Panettiere. Jensen Panettiere is a painful example of a celebrity whose promise was brutally cut short far too soon. He was born on September 1994 and is the younger brother of actress Hayden Panettiere. Jensen began his career in entertainment at a young age, following in the footsteps of his elder sister. His first appearance in the film business was in 2022, when he appeared briefly in the television series Even Stevens. Surprisingly, by the age of 20, he had already landed roles in films such as Tiger Cruise, Hope and Faith, and Ice Age 2, showcasing his swift rise as a burgeoning actor. Jensen discussed his art, admitting the impact of his sister and mother on his acting abilities. Working with someone who was well-versed in the field enabled him to hone his skills. Jensen Panettiere experienced serious health issues despite his early successes. His life ended on February 2023, with his family blaming it on cardiomegaly, which means he had an enlarged heart. While his path was cruelly cut short, it encourages reflection on the extraordinary potential he may have reached. Number 8. C.J. Harris. C.J. Harris, full name Curtis C.J. Harris, graced the stage as a singer and composer, gaining fame for his extraordinary journey on American Idol. C.J.'s enthusiasm for singing and instrumental music began at a young age when he was born in Jasper, Alabama in January 1991. He began his musical journey inside his church choir, nurturing his skill, and finally self-releasing a solo album named Small Town Boy in 2011. CJ's desire for fame led to his initial tryouts for American Idol, followed by appearances on The X Factor and The Voice. When he returned to American Idol in 2014, he gained his position in the competition. Despite making it to the top 6 of the program before being eliminated, this experience provided as a crucial springboard for his following pursuits. His participation in the show served as a springboard for his career, demonstrating the possibilities that the platform provided for many budding musicians. Despite his initial success, CJ's professional path did not match his objectives, and he eventually disappeared from public view. He persisted in his art, but the limelight that had momentarily flashed on him faded with time. C.J. Harris tragically died on January 2023, just days before his 32nd birthday. His life story serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of popularity and the difficulties that musicians encounter when navigating the complicated landscape of the music industry. While his time in the spotlight was limited, his love of music and the imprint he made on those who followed his path are lasting testaments to his talent. Number 7. Keith Nale. Keith Nail is a well-known reality television personality who rose to notoriety mostly as a contestant on the reality show Survivor. Keith worked as a fireman before becoming famous. His illustrious career began in 2015 on Survivor San Juan del Sur, where he competed with his son, Wes. Though he did not win the title of most robust contestant, his friendly demeanor and street-smart attitude made him a prominent contender. His participation on the show got him to the Final Four until he had to leave due to a vote-off. Keith's charisma and flexibility earned him a large fan following, which he emphasized with memorable remarks like, "It's showtime for me, no time for you," as well as interesting conversations with other participants. His amiable personality connected with viewers and added to his attractiveness. Keith returned in the following season, Survivor Cambodia, as one of a group of previous competitors chosen through an online poll. His second trip, however, was less successful, concluding in his elimination on day 37. Keith's presence faded from the spotlight after his Survivor adventure, with only sporadic appearances. His demise on April 2023 came as a surprise to his followers. Keith passed away of cancer, his son said, a diagnosis he got only 2 months before his demise. Number 6. Lisa Marie Presley. Lisa Marie Presley, a name connected with music royalty, lived a life under continual scrutiny due to her ancestry as the iconic Elvis Presley's daughter. Her demise in 2023 sent shockwaves across the country, signaling the end of an era. Lisa Marie Presley, born in Memphis, Tennessee, to Elvis and Priscilla Presley, followed in her father's footsteps as a singer and composer, cementing her own position in the music industry. Her debut album, To Whom It May Concern, debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 Albums list and quickly earned gold certification. This was the start of her musical career, with succeeding albums ranking well and her voice appearing on several top-selling tunes. Lisa Marie's life was characterized by controversy aside from her artistic accomplishments. Her marriage to Michael Jackson, as well as her complicated relationships with numerous family members, were regularly in the news. Despite her enormous celebrity, her personal troubles became clear as her health deteriorated. Lisa Marie Presley passed away from a heart attack in her Calabasas, California home. Despite the heroic efforts of emergency medical workers, she died later that day, at the age of 54. Her premature demise brought to an end a life spent in the limelight, leaving behind a legacy that embraced both the highs and lows of her remarkable path. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. From this black and white image of Adam Sandler, it seems like something really bad has happened to him. But don't worry, fans, he's completely fine and healthy as far as we know. Just goes to show us, we need to appreciate the talent of these celebrities while they are with us. Number 5. Gina Lolo Brigida. Gina Lolo Brigida rose to prominence as one of the first international actors to grace the silver screen. Born in the Italian province of Lazio on July 1927, she began her career as a model at a young age. Her talent was recognized when she finished third in the Miss Italy competition in 1947. A year later, she began on an acting trip, taking on a succession of little jobs around her own nation. Gina Lolo Brigida's star power grew over the years as she appeared on screens in both the United States and Europe. Despite the appeal of exotic nations, she frequently chose to stay on her home continent, demonstrating her attachment to her roots. Her filmography included Italian classics like Bread, Love, and Dreams, and Hollywood blockbusters like Come September, in which she co-starred with Rock Hudson. Her presence was always noticeable, establishing her as an instant scene stealer. As her cinematic career waned in the 1970s, she moved on to new endeavors. Gina became a photographer and became a well-known person in politics and writing. She passed away at a Rome facility on January 23 after being in the public glare for decades. While the particular reason for her demise is unknown, given her incredible 95-year journey, it is possible that natural causes brought her to an end. Her reputation as a trailblazing worldwide personality who adorned both the film and public realms lives on. Number 4. Ray Stevenson. Ray Stevenson, a talented and captivating actor, launched a career spanning film, television, and theater. His career began on the UK's theatre stages, where he polished his skill and established his compelling personality. His early performance in stage shows established the groundwork for what would become an enthralling on-screen career. Stevenson's celebrity skyrocketed after landing the character of Titus Pullo in the critically acclaimed historical drama series, Rome. His performance as the charismatic Roman soldier received considerable acclaim, demonstrating his ability to bring complicated characters to life. The success of the play raised his fame and constituted a watershed moment in his career. Stevenson expanded his range by appearing in films of many genres. His performances have constantly enthralled viewers, from action-packed blockbusters like Punisher: Warzone to historical dramas like The Book of Eli. His role as Volstagg in Marvel's Thor series added to his extensive resume. Stevenson's life ended on May 21, 2023, only 4 days before his 59th birthday. The particular reason for his demise is unknown. He was apparently hospitalized while filming Casino on the Italian island of Ischia. Number 3. Carol Cook. Carol Cook was a beloved actress who made an unmistakable impression on both cinema and theater. She began her theatrical career in 1945 after graduating from Baylor University, where she was born in January 1924. Her theatrical debut in 1954 heralded the start of a career filled with remarkable triumphs, including roles in films such as The Incredible Mr. Limpet, American Gigolo, and 16 Candles. Despite her long career, she is most known for her parts in Lucille Ball's lighthearted comedy shows The Lucy Show and Here's Lucy. Carol Cook's personal life remained relatively private despite her enormous notoriety. She made a few public appearances, but she has generally shunned the spotlight in recent years. Carol passed away tragically on January 2023, only 3 days before her 99th birthday. Her departure was due to heart failure. Carol Cook's imprint on the world of entertainment survives, praised for her numerous abilities and the joy she offered to audiences throughout her brilliant career, despite the fact that she kept a low profile in her final years. Number 2. Jeff Beck. Jeff Beck rose to popularity as a critical member of the Yardbirds, a groundbreaking guitarist who altered the musical landscape. Beck's musical career began modestly when he was 10 years old and strummed his guitar inside the limitations of his local church choir. His actual interest, on the other hand, arose during his undergraduate years, when he contributed his abilities to numerous bands such as The Night Shift, The Rumbles, and The Tridents. Beck's stratospheric career began in 1965 when he accepted the role of guitarist Eric Clapton's replacement in the Yardbirds. This watershed event signaled the beginning of the end of his career. During his brief time with the band, he made important contributions to several of their most memorable top 40 tunes. Although his stint with the Yardbirds was brief, it served as a springboard for his extraordinary solo career. Jeff Beck's accomplishments over the years have garnered him an astounding 8 Grammy Awards, cementing his standing as a musical master. Rolling Stone named him one of the top 5 guitarists of all time, a tribute to the lasting influence he left on the art form. Jeff Beck's adventure ended tragically on January 2023. He passed away at a River Hall hospital after a struggle with bacterial meningitis. Number 1. Robbie Nevel. Robbie Nevel, sometimes known as Number 6, was a daring stuntman and daredevil who wowed audiences for many years with his daring exploits. Born in Montana in May 1962, he carried on his famed father, Evil Nevel's heritage. Robbie's first performance was at the age of 8, when he opened for his father at the legendary Madison Square Garden, thrilling the audience with pre-show leaps. After obtaining his father's approval, Robbie made the critical choice to discontinue formal schooling and follow his hobbies wholeheartedly. This pick would prove prophetic, as Robbie Nevel compiled an outstanding career that included over 340 jaw-dropping leaps. His daring led him to set a whopping 20 world records, firmly establishing his position in the annals of exceptional achievements. Several of his incredible jumps, including a daring leap at Caesar's Palace, a spectacular building-to-building jump in Las Vegas, and a famous occurrence in which he bravely flew over 24 trucks, were aired live to enthralled crowds. Unfortunately, Robbie's lively adventure came to an end on January 2023. He passed away after a lengthy fight with pancreatic cancer. A strong antagonist defeated the daredevil who had attempted death-defying acts. Despite his death, Robbie Nevel's reputation as a daring thrill-seeker lives on, renowned for his unrivaled achievements that pushed the frontiers of human achievement and grabbed the hearts of viewers all around the world. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.